I woke up like this. I woke up like this. We flawless. Ladies, tell them I woke up like this. I woke up like this. We flawless. Ladies, tell them say I look so good.
Hello, this is Livewrightnow. Welcome back to my channel. Today what I'm going to do is a foundation tutorial, and this is a full coverage foundation routine. Is what I do. Makeup like this, it lasts all day long. This is a closer look, and then with my eyes, I didn't show it in the video, but it's the same exact way that I did my eyes in my no makeup tutorial, and I did my lips I think in one of the Urban Decay tutorials, but I'll link both tutorials down below if you want to see how I did it, and I will also list the products down. But if you want to see a visual, I purposely did the same thing so that you can have a visual of what I did. Without further ado, if you want to know how I achieved, I love the way that it turned out in my flawless foundation routine, then stay tuned. Let's get started. Love you guys. Of course, starting off with a clean moisturized face, I am adding Milk of Magnesia to get rid of my excess oil. And then I will be adding the Monistat Chafing Gel as my primer. And then I will be using this foundation that I just started using for Ruby Kisses. And I will be applying that with this brush from Sonia Kashfi. And I am really happy with this brush. It really does a good job of putting the foundation on evenly. And then after I use that Sonia Kashfi brush, I will be buffing everything out with this Coastal Scent brush. After buffing out my first layer, I'm going to add a second layer of foundation only on my problem areas, which is on my cheeks. I have little extra bumps there, and it helps cover it up just a little bit better. And then after I do that, I'm going to make sure that's blended out and add a black opal concealer in a triangle shape under my eyes. This covers up my dark circles, and it also gives me a nice highlight. I'm going to be taking this Taupe brush and blending everything out. I love this brush because it's very dense, and it kind of like packs everything together, and I really loved it. And it's nothing like the finger to really blend out concealer. And I am adding the LA Girl concealer in the color Fong, however you say it. I'll put it at the bottom. And I'm also blending that out with my finger. And to set that concealer, because you always want to set the concealer so it does not crease, I will be setting that with a benign powder. But before I do that, I will be taking this brush. It's a concealer brush by Sigma, and I really love this brush because it gives me a nice, flawless, undetectable line. And then I'm going over everything with the trusty e.l.f. powder brush, and then I'm going back in with that Tarte brush, and I am packing on a benign mixture that I made, which is the colors Coco Tan and the banana powder. And now I am going in with my regular powder foundation by Elizabeth Arden. And again, using that same Tarte brush because, again, it packs on without needing a lot of product. I really and truly love this brush. I did not think I would be using it this much, but I absolutely love it. And then after that, I'm going to blend everything in all over the face with my Echo Tools buffing brush. And I really do like this brush too. I know it sounds like I use a lot of brushes, but everything is trial and error. And now I'm going in with the Ruby Kisses concealer in the color Caramel, and I'm going to be using it as a contour. And I normally don't use a liquid contour, but I don't mind using this because it's lightweight. And I'm going to be blending that out with an e.l.f. powder brush. And anytime you use a liquid, you want to set it with a powder. And now I'm going to be setting that liquid contour with Nye Chestnut. Is a couple of shades darker than my skin tone. And I forgot to mention earlier, under the eye, you want to use 2 shades lighter for a concealer if you want to highlight. Now I use the Sonia Kashi brush for my contour for my cheeks, but I found this brush from Soho for my nose, and when I saw it, I just about fainted because I knew it would be perfect, and I got it back up, but I'll talk about that more later in another tutorial. Now I'm going to be adding the a contour just for extra warmth in the face. Is the CoverGirl's bronzer, and I shouldn't have said contour, it's a bronzer, and I'm just using that for extra warmth. And then I will be blending everything out again with the Echo Tools buffing brush. I'm going to be adding my translucent powder, and all this does is blend everything in and make sure that I'm not oily all day. I absolutely love it, and you only need a little bit. Okay, now we'll be adding a wine color blush over top of the contour, and then I will be using this Toasted Almond brush from Black Radiance. It really it's like a transition color for me because I felt that the burgundy is a little too bright, so I just added that Toasted Almond just to calm some of that down. And then I'm going to be using this Milani blush because it has like a burgundy and gold color together, and I thought it would be nice just to add on the top of my cheeks, not where I have all those bumps, just right over as a highlight. It just brings, anywhere you highlight, you add light, and anywhere you contour, you make look slimmer because it's darker. Okay, I added the Milani red blush on my nose, and I really didn't care for it, so I went with this Ruby Kisses all over glow, and I just added some gold to my nose. I really don't like to have a highlight all the way up my nose and up my face and on my cupid's bow and my chin and everything. I've learned that again through trial and error. And then I'm going to set everything in with my setting sprays, and then we're going to have the finished look. Now I was wanting to come in my bathroom so I can show you what it looks like, my foundation looks like in the bathroom. And I have these spots on my face. That's why I don't like to put like really shiny, glittery, shimmery blush on that part. I may put it here, but I won't put it here. I try to keep everything matte. Well, hopefully you like the way that the foundation turned out. Thank you guys so much. I feel so supported and so loved by you guys. I really appreciate it. I love the positivity. I love the comments. You guys are great, and I really appreciate you and love you guys and love the support. And I mean that sincerely, because when you put your heart into something, for someone to acknowledge that and give you some feedback and just support you is something that is extremely priceless. So thank you to all my subscribers. And you know, as always, be your own kind of beautiful, because you, my love, are beautiful. See you next time.